on the Gamo and BSA stand, this is something which is causing a lot of interest. This is the Maxim Elite in the UK, or the Swarm if you're in America. And this is a revolutionary 10-shot break barrel rifle. It's really clever. In the top there, you've got a magazine. Just there. You put your 10 pellets in there, slot it back in, break the barrel, and every time you do, that magazine indexes a pellet into the chamber. 10 shots in a break barrel rifle. And the noise that the rifle makes is dampened by this system on the front, on the barrel. And Gamo have called this the Whisper Maxim. In the UK, not only do you get the rifle, you also get the scope. It's a 3x9x40 Gamo scope. And that scope sits on its own mounts. And those are shock reducing mounts. And the Gamo system is called RR, or Recoil Reducing Scope Rail. It's got a custom action trigger just there. You don't get the cable tie, that's for the show. The safety is just there, and you also get a nice rubberized recoil pad. Oh, and if that wasn't enough, you also get an adjustable cheek piece too. And from what I can see, this is a really nice tidy piece of kit. The stock is very nicely finished with these black inserts here, and you've also got some stippling on the grip there. And if you want one, Gamo tell me they're in store now. For those of you out there that are budding YouTubers, or you just want to share your scope cam footage, Eagle Vision is fast becoming a hot favourite. Currently, the Eagle Vision system is dedicated for Casio and Sony cameras. However, they now have a magnetic mount system for your smartphone. And if you don't like the magnetic system, then there's the manual system too. Mounting the Eagle Vision system onto your scope is really easy. You use this grip system. You slide it over the eye end and you give it a turn. And it's going to grip your scope exactly as it needs to. And you can angle it as well. And once you've got this part, you can choose the bit that you use to video with. And in the next few months, if you don't own a Sony or a Casio, there's this new bracket coming, which is going to be completely universal for any camera. For those of you that already have some sort of scope cam system, you know that when you're trying to capture your footage and you're shooting up here, well, the camera is sort of there, and it's quite hard work, let's be honest. So Eagle Vision have developed this sliding rail. Watch. Look at that. Now, it doesn't seem a lot, but all of a sudden your scope cam has gone from there to there, which is going to make capturing that footage a whole lot easier. On the ATN stand, they've got the new Mars thermal units. Let me show you. Depending on which model you go for, depends on the range that they're capable of. These Mars thermal detection units will detect out to around 2,000 yards, dependent on the model that you go for. If you go for the top end, it's 2,000 yards. Lower models, then obviously that's going to reduce. And they say that your actual visible identification distance is around 400 yards. Prices vary from around 2,200 up to around 7,000. The systems do look very similar to the ATN X-Sight 2, which I've previously reviewed. At the moment, thermal targeting is expensive, and I'm sure in the future prices will come down. It's a premium product, but those that use it swear by it.
So this is the Daystate Wolverine 2. This is the new version of the Wolverine that originally came out in 2013 and has been refreshed in 2017. Here in the UK, we sell lots of 12 foot-pound rifles, and 12 foot-pound rifles aren't so air hungry as the American high-power rifles, cousins that we do over there. So for the UK, it's quite popular to have an air cylinder. So we do an air cylinder version, a C-type, of the Wolverine 2. And it has a Picatinny rail on the front and a 200cc air cylinder. The Wolverine 2, of course, has an anti-double load system, bolt open safety, and for the new rifle, a new valve assembly and a new stock, as well as a restyle breech block. So we've putted it up, it looks a lot nicer, and it has the same features as the original Wolverine, which makes it a great rifle.
A new shooting and running sport is becoming very popular, called target sprint. Running 400 metres, shooting some targets, running again, then shooting again. It's all about controlling that heart rate. It's all timed in one event. If you're not a fast runner, you make up for it in the shooting. This event is being backed by Airguns, and the UK team hope to travel to the World Championships in South Korea this year. The Airguns experience is playing host to taster sessions.
I can see that your lane is particularly busy, which is really exciting because obviously, you know, we've been heavily promoting Target Sprint and our joint partnership with British Shooting, and it's really exciting to see the kids taking so much interest in what you're doing over there.
Yeah, the kids are really interested in it. It's actually a sport for all. It's where people can actually get out, get fit and have some fun at shooting as well. As you know, we're promoting it as a sport for all. The hope we've got is to take a team this year to the Junior World Championships in Seoul, as you know, which means we should be hopefully bringing back some
silverware. Yo!
I don't know what to go that far, but
well, that's terrific, and obviously that's the aim, isn't it? And you know, I'm lucky enough to have been involved and seen some of the events going on throughout last year, and I have to say, you know, it's so addictive and it's so exciting because it's not necessarily all about the shooting or all about the running. And what's so exciting is wondering who's going to come out of the shooting block first. Because if you've got a fast runner, they might not be such a great shot. And you could have a really good shot that's not quite so fast. So it's very exciting.
it is, it's getting the combination right.
Of course, Airguns are so proud to be partners with British Shooting, of course.
Without Airguns, British Shooting wouldn't be as far as they are at the moment.
Oh, that's really sweet. Thank you, Martin.
Claire, I noticed that there's a £5 charge to go into the Airguns experience. Where does that money go?
Well, that money, you're right, Giles, there is a £5 charge. All the gate money actually goes back to each of the organisations that have participated in the event. It's important, you know, organisations need money, and this is another way that they can earn money for their organisations to help promote their sport.
That's fantastic. So everyone that's here helping today gets part of that donation at the end of the day.
And what Airguns do, Airguns provide all the equipment and all the pellets absolutely free, and basically the organisations provide the staff. They pay for their own expenses, so it's not a money-making exercise. This is about promoting our target shooting discipline and trying to get as much new blood or new people into our sport as we possibly can.
That's fantastic. Any thoughts on making this a travelling experience?
Well, I think this is our second event out. We piloted the Airguns experience at the Midland Game Fair, and I have to say we've been so impressed with the response that we are seriously considering now taking this to regional events up and down the country. Keep checking out our website where we will post updates on where the Airguns experience might be next.
A little while ago we did a Griffin special edition, and it was very popular, so we've run on to a production version of the Griffin, and here it is now, and it's the Griffin production based on the Regal action. This time it's silver and black rather than black and silver, a black stock and a silver action. Beautiful rifle, shoots really well. On this reincarnation it gets a hug-it moderator and silencer assembly, because that was one of the feedbacks that we heard that people wanted, was a quieter gun. So that's the Daystate Griffin.
This over here is something that's caught my eye. It's like a rack and rest system for your car door. It's very simple. It holds itself on the inside frame of your car door, and it looks to be hydraulic. And then you've got the bottom rail which sits on the rubberized part, so you need to have your window down. And then you've got the slidey gun holder which goes left and right and up and down. Very simple system, but it's going to be incredibly useful if you shoot from a moving vehicle a lot and need to take a really steady, vital shot.
Are you going to photobomb my shot? You're going to do it properly. There you go. Right, that's it. That'll go.
BSA are also continuing their heritage of working with young shooters in the industry, which is great. We love that. And they have got their BSA Ultra junior stocked rifle. Now this is something very new, and it's very nice to see it happening. And what that is that's a full Ultra action. It's factory set to 6.5 foot-pounds, but the stock has been shrunk. Now it hasn't been shrunk by some adults all sat around whittling around with some wood and going, oh, this is the right size. No, I can tell you that actually the marketing boss has had his boy in, and they've been shaping this around him. So it genuinely is a junior stocked rifle. The rifle itself is in no way any sort of reduction to the original BSA Ultra. Same cold hammer forged barrel, 10-shot system. And because you've obviously got that lower foot poundage, you're getting a great shot count too. BSA say 177 and 22, 120 shots per charge, both calibers out of the new BSA Ultra JSR. And finally, of course, there's something new from VireArc. They've listened to customer feedback and they've brought out a truly ambidextrous stock for their HW100 series of rifles. You said you wanted it ambidextrous, you've got it ambidextrous.
Say goodbye, gents.
Bye.